Fortnite is a game that everyone has their opinions on. You find me two random Fortnite fans that aren't Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here, and I guarantee they will not have the same opinions on everything. Now, me, myself, I don't like to add too much of my opinion into my videos. I fucking hated this.
When the map was completely rubbish.
It is not fun, Tim. Very lame.
Absolutely terrible.
Worst season in years.
Best OG pass ever.
This is the worst season in the entire game. So today I thought, what better time than to do my own unpopular opinions video on Fortnite, where I just go wild and I tell you all the opinions on this game that I think are a little bit wacky and a little bit zany. Oh, you've already done this video? No, I haven't. Last unpopular opinions video was your guys' unpopular opinions, and they sucked. This time, I'm going wild with it. But first, if you do enjoy this video, then be sure to subscribe and use code BigCraigd in the Fortnite item shop. Become a channel member like the Helper Craigs, who pay 99 cents a month for a shout out on the TheBigCraigd, who pay $2.99 a month for a big boy shout out, exclusive videos, and a bunch more. I really appreciate anything you guys do for me, even if it's just watching the video with an ad blocker off, because after my computer spontaneously combusted, I've basically had to start from scratch, and I really need the money to get a new PC. So, thank you. Okay, video time. Yeah, we're hitting it right out of the gate with this one. This is an opinion that I've said many times across my videos, and not once have I caught flack for it, so I figured I'd just put it at the beginning of the video to increase the chances of getting abused. My official chapter rankings from worst to best go 5, 4, 6, 1, 3, 2. There, I said it. I think chapter 1 is a little bit of a middle of the road chapter, and let me tell you why. Seasons 1 through 3, they were just finding their footing. You can't really expect much of them here, but you guys need to remember that we are doing direct comparisons to other chapters here, and if you compare the first 3 seasons of chapter 1 with any other chapter, it's getting mogged. Seasons 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 were really good. They were some of the peakest times in Fortnite. The loophole was consistent, the map changes were interesting and unique, there was just constantly stuff happening. And then Season 9 started to dip things slightly, not much, but still enough for you to go, And then Season X just pooed on everything, it was ridiculous. And this is coming from someone who likes every Chapter 1 season. I like Season X, but even I can see why it wasn't exactly the best when compared with other Chapter 1 seasons, and because of that, for me, Chapter 1 ends up with 5 mid-seasons, so that is over 50% of the chapter being mid. Honestly, in my rankings, it would probably be below Chapter 6 if it wasn't for Seasons 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They were just that good. I don't hate Chapter 1. I was actually very excited to get to this portion that we're in now of Fortnite OG, where everything is great and amazing, but I just don't think Chapter 1 is as good as people say it is, especially when you compare it to future chapters. A lot of it comes down to the fact that you were younger, the player base was younger, nobody knew how to play the game, everything was exciting. It is just, a lot of it is, quite frankly, nostalgia. But Chapter 1 is still also really good as well. I just don't think it is as good. Yep, that's right, the sequel to the last point. I think Chapter 2 is the best chapter. Now, I know for a fact that that is an unpopular opinion, but let me walk you through it. Maybe you'll understand my thinking at the very least. Seasons 1 through 3, they were good. They were good at building Fortnite back up again after Season 1 reset the loophole, made the game simple again. Please do this again, Fortnite. Even though Season 1 and 2 lasted 7 entire years, and by the time they were done, I'd found a wife, gotten married, got divorced, lost custody of my children, and by that point, we hadn't even finished Winterfest, these seasons lasted eons. But they were good seasons. Their length brings them down a bit. Season 3 is still one of my favorite all-time seasons, but we'll get to that later. Season 4 for me was a little bit mid, but everyone and their granddad loved it, and even I can admit that, yeah, it was a bloody good season, I just didn't like it. Season 5 for a lot of people was mid, but I really enjoyed the story aspect, which definitely carried the season, and I really liked the addition of NPCs, and especially bounties, which I loved to roleplay as a Fortnite bounty hunter for. I was 14, what do you want from me? Season 6 is one of the most hated Fortnite seasons of all time. Not for me, I loved it, but we'll get to that later. Season 7, everyone knows this was good. Season 7 Part 2, Season 8 is widely regarded as okay. Like, it was okay. And considering that this was the second longest chapter of all time, half of everything that was ever made was during COVID, and the fact that, in my opinion, they had more bangers than stinkers, where I'd say that Chapter 1 had 5 mid-seasons, and Chapter 2 only had like 2 or 3 for me, I just think it's the best chapter. I also prefer the map, the art style, the stories, the events, basically everything. Please don't kill me. Now, every TheBigCraigd subscriber should know this one. When you subscribe to my channel, a leaflet literally comes into the post and tells you a bunch of facts about myself. Chapter 3 Season 1 was the best season in my opinion, and that's mainly for 2 reasons. The map and the vibes. The map was godly. I mean, look at it. This is what a Fortnite map should be, and it's an absolute shame that we only spent like 2 or 3 seasons on it before they ruined it. Justice for my boy, Chapter 3. The POIs were unique and memorable for the time. You had the Sanctuary, Tilted Towers, the Daily Bugle, Coney Crossroads, the Joneses, Condo Canyon, Covert Cavern. Like, all of these POIs are so unique to each other, and these were all during Season 1, where the map was at its most basic. You don't really get so many unique POIs in Season 1 these days. In Chapter 5, they were just like buildings and towns. It was a little lame. And in Chapter 6, 6, they did a much better job at making the POIs unique, but a lot of them were just like dojos or temples or whatever they were. I don't really care. And the vibes for Chapter 3 Season 1 were so good. The map flipping, leading directly to the season with Winterfest like 2 weeks after and Tilted Towers melting. It was so good. I told you we'd bring this up. I love Chapter 2 Season 6. I can't wait for like 2 years from now when it comes to Fortnite OG, assuming that they're still working on the game mode. First of all, the Zero Crisis event. What a way to start off a season. With a banger live event, an absolute Fortnite classic. And then you had the map changes, which, yes, were terrible for the building grid, but they looked nice. You had crafting, which most people hated, but I actually didn't for some reason. Agent Jones, the skin that I've been waiting for like a year to release, finally released in the Battle Pass as a tier 1. I was so happy. I don't know, a lot of the changes that happened during Season 6 I actually liked. I'm not sure if I would have liked them if they were added today, but for the time, I loved them and it was great. Maybe when they do re-release Chapter 2 Season 6, I'll tell you that it's the worst season of all time. I don't know. We'll see. I don't like the pump. I don't like guns that can basically instantly kill people, and the reason people like the pump is for that very reason, and it's just like, I hate it. I just think the one pump ruins a lot of the fun, because with a one pump, you just have to get right up in their face and press one button. It's boring. I hate it. Listen, I don't know why we're all hyped for Dusty Depot to come back in Season X. Like, when we all found out, we ripped the shirts open, we turned all over our heads like, woo, there, Dusty! Dusty Depot is terrible. There's a reason why it was removed. For one, it took up way too much space on the map. Like, it was just stealing so much space for absolutely no reason. Like, brother, stop it now. Second of all, there was no bloody loot. There was like one chest per building, and for whatever reason, the entire lobby was landing at Dusty Depot. And considering the fact that there was exactly one burst assault rifle, 3 mini pots, and a tampon at Dusty Depot, a lot of those players weren't going to survive very long. And then half the lobby would be dead before the first zone even thinks about forming. And then everyone who didn't land Dusty would just be having a miserable time because everyone is already dead. Dusty Divot is much better. I love it. I'm not going to say they shouldn't be in the game, but whenever a sniper isn't in the loot pool, it makes my day significantly better and my depression retreats for one single day. I could never use them, and then some 5-year-old called Samuel Sniperson picks them up and kills me in 3.2 seconds, even though I'm jumping around like a rabbit on acid. I don't get it. When I was gathering footage for my OG Season 6 video, I died 3 times to snipers. I only played 3 matches. I just think they promote more hidey gameplay instead of like action, fighting, bish bash bosh gameplay that I prefer. Don't hurt me, but I might be cooking. Chapter 2 Season 3 is the last time we saw the Chapter 2 map in an actual decent state, without it looking like some kind of viral infection that it might need to go see the doctor and warn its past partners. The Flood season is something that I was personally very excited for, and apart from the fact that we never actually saw the Flood happening, I loved the season. I liked the loot pool, the map, the car update was neat, everything about the season was just chill. And to be honest, it feels like one of those seasons that Fortnite could keep in the game forever, and it would kind of feel really natural, which is exactly what happens at iOS users. Haha, bums. I know they're the exact same layout and all, but I think the location of Salty Springs just works better right next to the agency than it does in Chapter 1, where it's kind of just out of the way and then really awkwardly placed, and I don't know why it's there. And finally, I'm going to surprise you all. I went and located my top 10 favorite Fortnite POIs of all time across the entire game, except for Reload and Blitz and Ballistic, and this list is really all over the place, so at the number 10 spot, we've got Hunter's Haven. Did you even remember this POI existed? When Salty Towers was crowded with people, Hunter's Haven was my haven. It was filled with Easter eggs for all the Battle Pass characters. There was plenty of loot. It was in the middle of the map. The buildings were cool. I loved it. Number 9 position, we've got the Joneses, and the only reason this is on the list because it was filled with Jonesies. Polar Peak at number 8. I loved the vibe of Polar Peak and all the visual storytelling it had, and the story in the comics where it came from the Ice Moon. I just think Polar Peak itself is great. What is it? The tallest POI in Fortnite history? Is that true? I believe you if you said yes. Paradise Palms at number 7. This one isn't really a hot take. A lot of people love Paradise Palms. Risky Reels at number 6. A lot of people like this POI, but it isn't usually in people's top 10s. It's in mine. Dusty Divot at number 5. Leaky Lake at number 4. Leaky Lake. I love the vibes of this POI. I like how it looks. It's a very high risk, high reward POI with the dip in the middle of the location where the loot is and everyone can kind of see you if you're there. When it's busy, it's fun. When it's empty, it's a chill place to loot up, stay near the middle of the map. And the only issue is that, well, there are no mats. Supernova Academy at number 3. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting fucking Supernova Academy, were you? I love Supernova Academy. It and Utopia City had this kind of unique vibe that almost like Chapter 1, Season 9, and yet still very different. Except Supernova Academy is better than Utopia City in every single way, but mainly because there is so much loot. There is tons of loot here, not to mention all the hidden areas underground, not to mention all the hero powers that were here when this place was in its prime, and that's not even considering the Easter eggs and the cool nods to the storyline characters that are all over the place. I love this place. Sanctuary, just the pinnacle of life to me. The best lore POI in the game. I just like it. We haven't really seen a POI like this before or after Sanctuary, so yeah, pretty good. And at the number 1 position is Tilted Towers. Yeah, it's good. We know this. Let's just move on. And those are just some of my Fortnite unpopular opinions. If this video does well, then maybe I'll show you some more unhinged thoughts. But until then, that's it from me. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to subscribe and use code BigCraigd in the Fortnite item shop, become a channel member, do what you want to do. Or you could click the funny icon on the screen, set yourself to a video like this one, but better. Goodbye.